Warning. The following video contains a thick, face-tanking, squiggle-wiggle regen build for Title Update 20. Viewer discretion is advised.
Obsession's gonna be talent every time. You got all the talent in the world, but are you obsessed?
You want it, gotta work for that bag, go get it one day, you can brag. You want it, gotta work for that bag, go get it one day, you can brag. I say that I have it, you know that I got it, no need to look all in the bag. Stunting like this cause I work so hard, I'm the best, I only speak facts. In the store, I'm popping them tags, a limited seller with stag. Crowd chasing for the cash grab, I don't really want it that bad. If I say that I have it, you know that I got it, no need to look all in the bag. Stunting like this cause I work so hard, I'm the best, I only speak facts. In the store, I'm popping them tags, a limited seller with stag. Crowd chasing for the cash grab, I don't really want it that bad. I'm trying to cop a milli while I keep my soul intact. Been through a lot, I learned to adapt. Never let struggles make me snap. Around the world, about to be on maps. Got a huge face, but it seemed like a trap. Pockets on glow, so on no. In a chateau, counting that big dough. Your spirit on the gurney, about to plateau. Snake in the grass, reap what you sow. Lurking in leaves, hiding in trees. Spotlight on now, you can't sneak. Lip online now, you can't speak. You a real one now, here moving weak. Private jet, don't take care of your seat. Audacity, two-step to me. You want it, gotta work for that bag. Go get it one day, you can brag. You want it, gotta work for that bag. Go get it one day, you can brag. You want it, gotta work for that bag. Go get it one day, you can brag. You want it, gotta work for that bag. Go get it one day, you can brag. I say that I have it, you know that I got it. No need to look all in the bag. Stunting like this cause I work so hard, I'm the best, I only speak facts. In the store, I'm popping them tags, a limited seller with stag. Crowd chasing for the cash grab, I don't really want it that bad. No rollie on wrist, but it is my time. Dumbing out the mud, yes, in her prime. Supernova can't block my shine. 10-hour days can't top my grind. Cross on neck, this is my sign. Knowing the move cause I am divine. Got big chalice, bring me wine. Yo, AI looks made in design. In real life, I am so fine. Cozy feet up and recline. Something different you can't define. Bad vibes, I don't subscribe. Real ones only by my side. Stay humble, don't die with pride.
Don't give up if you've been down. Oh, fucking
You want it, gotta work for that bag. Go get it one day, you can brag. You want it, gotta work for that bag. Go get it one day, you can brag. You want it, gotta work for that bag. Go get it one day, you can brag. You want it, gotta work for that bag. Go get it one day, you can brag.
If you
chat pad. Double tap it. Oh my god, I forgot as well how to fucking double it. And I fucking brought up fucking chat pad. Behind. I'm awful. And I got fucking shocked. Oh, faster save. Let's go.
Let's go!
Plum here, g'day champions, how's it going? And welcome back to another Division 2 build video. This is going to be my first build video of Title Update 20. Today we're going to be checking out my thick, that's with 2 C's, face tanking armor regen build for PvP. Now there's going to be a ton of channels out there pumping out those armor regen builds this update. Some might be good, others will probably be shit. This is one of the really good ones. With this build, I didn't want to be that channel that was like, check out this 10mm armor regen build that does 0 damage. I want to show you all a build that actually works. So I think I've found a great balance of damage and armor regen. How I've set this build up, you can do some very minor changes to either increase your damage or gain even more armor regen. Most of the gear on the build is pretty easy to get, and with some practice the build is easy enough that most players should be able to use it. But the most important thing about any build is it's a lot of bloody fun to use, and this one ticks all the boxes. Righto, so welcome back to all you amazing subscribers, and if you're new to the channel and you're enjoying the content, pull your finger out and give that sub button a click. Also remember to engage with this video. A like, a share, a comment, it's all going to help with the magic and the wizardry of the YouTube algorithm. Doing all this stuff is going to help the channel and our amazing community grow. If you want to support me on my other socials or catch me live in action on Twitch, Kick and even on TikTok, all the links are in the description. Righto champions, with all that said, let's check out my Title Update 20 regen build. No reds, 6 blues, no skill tiers, just over 2 million in armor and 561,000 in health. No clickbait here, this is a legitimate 2 million armor build. As you can all see, the build is very straightforward. We've got the Catharsis mask, 3 pieces of Gila, the Picaro's holster, and 1 piece Bellstone. Now, I have taken the time to optimize the build and I've upgraded a bunch of the expertise. This will impact how the build works in some areas of the game. But even with 0 expertise on this build, it's still awesome. Now Plum, how do you know that? Well, in Title Update 20, all players that go into conflict had their expertise and SHD watch bonuses removed. So during that opening gameplay, our build was nerfed and we were still smashing it. With this build, there's small simple adjustments that you could make to gain more damage or more armor regen, depending on what you want. This is a nice balance of damage and regen for me, and you saw in that gameplay how good this build is. For our specialization, I've gone with Firewall. The armor kit, it's just still too good. But in Title Update 20, we now have instant armor kits that repair 25% of our armor. All you need to do is double tap your kit button. The instant armor kits aren't affected by your specialization, it's just a flat 25% armor. Personally, I have found it a little bit tricky to get in the habit of using these instant kits at the right time, but it's still early days. Firewall's also going to give our team extra damage to targets that are near us, and as we are playing that in-your-face tank role, this is nearly always active. And Bull Rush. During cover to covers, we're granted 30% bonus armor. Don't sleep on this perk. Bonus armor works hand in hand with our armor regen. It increases our armor pool and the regen can kick in even harder and faster. For our primary weapon, I'm going to be using the Ouroboros. This is an incursion exclusive. Most players should have this one by now, but if you don't stress, you can use a different gun. Any high RPM SMG would work. Mine is maxed out with damage to targets out of cover, and I've got some expertise on it. The thing that makes this gun so damn good is its RPM, 1485.
The gun goes brrr.
Now, the talent on this one doesn't really do anything for our damage. Rule them all. When you've got a status effect applied to you, 50% of the ammo in the next mag will apply that status effect. This does work great against St. Elmo's and Iron Lung players. For my other weapons, I've got an M870 shotgun with the talent Optimist and a TDI card pistol with the talent Finisher. But do feel free to try other guns with other talents if you like. For the gear on the build, first is our Catharsis Mask. All the attributes here are fixed because it is an exotic. We've got max armor, incoming repairs, armor regen, and I've got a 12% crit hit damage mod. We have expertise this one to level 23 because we use this on a heap of different builds. However, expertise in your armor pieces isn't necessary. At 25% expertise on everything, it would give us just enough to get another core blue on the build, so technically we could have 7 core blues. If you've got the resources and you want to, go for it. If not, don't sweat it. The talent on this one is Vicious Cycle. Taking damage builds up stacks to cap at 30. Each stack adds 1% weapon damage. Taking damage at max stacks triggers a purge, removing all stacks and status and then dropping a healing cloud. The cloud's going to restore 5% of your max armor over 10 seconds, and this can also apply to your team. Getting into the habit of face tanking with those damage buffs and playing in your cloud isn't always easy. It can take a bit of practice and time to get used to. Once you do get the hang of it, you're nearly unstoppable. Now, if you didn't have this piece or you wanted to add more damage onto your build, you could use something like the Coyote's Mask. That's a solid option. I do want to try out a regen Coyote's build next stream, so make sure that you're following on Twitch so you can pop in and check it out. For our chest piece, we've got the first of 3 pieces of Gila Guard. Gila got a nice buff this update. We now get 5% total armor, 60% health, and 2% armor regen. On this one, we've got max armor, crit hit damage, crit hit chance, and a crit hit damage mod. The talent here is Unbreakable. When our armor's depleted, we get 50% of it back in PvP. So this is going to give us over 3 million situational armor and over 500k health. Very thick. For the holster, I've opted to use the Picaros. Braza does give us some skill haste, and we've got max armor, crit hit damage, and that fixed 15% weapon damage, which is essentially a core red. So the build's got 1 red and 6 blues. I do prefer this for more damage, but if I wanted more regen, I could swap this to a Bellstone and put on Emperor's Guard knee pads for another 1% regen. It's an easy swap, so try both for yourself and let me know in the comments which you prefer. For our knee pads, I've got 1 piece of Bellstone for that 1% armor regen, we've got max armor, crit hit damage, and I've gone with a regen roll here. Why? Because we're using SMGs and we really don't need any more crit hit chance. For the gloves, we have Gila with max armor, crit hit damage, and crit hit chance. These have 21% expertise on them because these are straight off my St. Elmo's meta tank build from TU19. I've used this on a few different builds, so the resources were well spent. And finally, our third Gila piece is our backpack. Again, max armor, crit hit damage, crit hit chance, and a crit hit damage mod. The talent that we've got here is Adrenaline Rush. Whenever we're within 10 meters of an enemy, we gain 10% bonus armor for 5 seconds, and this can stack 3 times. That's over 600k in bonus armor, constantly refreshing. This bonus armor also affects how our regen kicks in. Adding this bonus armor on top of everything else that we have will well over 4.2 million in armor and health. I told ya, it's thick with 2 C's. So that's the build. Now for the skills, it's kind of like any PvP build, it's player preference. Personally, I like the Defender Drone, mine's been Expertise, and it's blocking nearly 13% damage. So if I do encounter somebody that's got a 25% expertised weapon, I'm basically nerfing them back to 12%. And because I'm a little cheesy, I've got the Fire Sticky. But again, try out different skills and combos for yourself and use what you prefer. Right, TU champions, it's fine print time. It's time to check out the stats. We are sitting at 59% crit hit chance and 151% crit hit damage. Very, very solid stats. We have 43% all weapon damage and 30% SMG damage. Expertise in our gun more will increase this. And for the defensive stats, over 2 mil armor. I told ya, this one's legit. And we are just over that 70k armor regen. Again, if you did want to tweak the build for more damage, this would impact how much regen you have. Or you could add more regen and then your damage would go down. It's up to you. And that's the build, champions, my thick, face-tanking, squiggle-wiggle armor regen build for PvP. I love this build's balance of damage and regen, and I do feel like it's the best of both worlds, and it's so much bloody fun to use. So what do you reckon? Are you going to be a champion and have a crack at this build? What modifications would you make? Let me know down below. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure that you show your support by smashing the like button on this video, and if you're not already, please subscribe. Everyone's support is always greatly appreciated, and I do hope to catch you all in the next one. I'm Plum out.